Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I welcome you all in English class. Today we are going to start, my dear student, today we are going to start our unit number 4, that is about hope, courage and determination. As you all would be you all would be understanding from the name, that is hope, courage and determination, this unit contains 3 reading, that is about determination, the man who planted trees, if couldn't be done. So today we will be starting with our lesson, that is determination. This lesson, determination, is by some anonymous writer that no one knows that who is its writer. On the other hand, what is determination? Determination, as the name shows, it's in fact the wake up call of the human will. I mean, when you just get determined to do something, definitely you will be going to do it by anything, by any way. It is in fact your strong will that is going to make the way easy for your goal. So no doubt it is wake up call that is making you to run after, to make the ways to achieve your goals. So please open your textbooks for unit 4 and the lesson 4.1, determination. Before we are going to start the lesson, let's come to know what is this story about. This real life story is about the determination and courage of 2 engineers, a father and a son. And the father and the son, and father died in an accident on site, and the son was confined to bed due to injuries, unable to move. To build Brooklyn Bridge, a bridge in the New York City, which one of the oldest suspension bridge in the United States. So what is that? The story is about the determination and the courage of 2 engineers. Okay, so first of all, you must know that this is a real story, a real life story, and as the title of the story is determination, this is about the 2 characters, 2 engineers, one father and the son, and what they have done. The father died in an accident on the site. Please underline this thing, that he died on a site. On the other hand, the son was confined to bed due to injuries, unable to move, to build Brooklyn Bridge. What is that bridge? It is an old suspension. Okay, suspension it is about that is connecting those bridges that are connected in the United States, those bridges that are connecting the different states. So it is one of the oldest, completed in 1883. It connects the borough of Manhattan and Brooklyn by spanning the East River. So how is it connecting? It is connecting 2 areas, that is Brooklyn Boards and East River. Okay, so it is connecting in fact 2 towns. It is considered a feat of engineer. It is considered a feat of engineer. What is a feat? In fact, that is a remarkable, a skillful. Okay, it is considered an achievement, building the bridge on the river to connect one of the town to the other, even by today's standards. So a project on Brooklyn Bridge and collect as much information as possible. So this was if you want to do some research work, so this especially for the engineering students, that this bridge is considered to be a feat, that is a remarkable achievement for the building the bridges. We do see the things nowadays, and but as far as in 1883 is concerned, 1850 was concerned, 18th century was concerned, it was not an easy task to make the thing with the not by that well equipped tools, okay, that were not sophisticated. So this was all for the pre-reading. So let's come to know about the history of the this bridge. If you could see, that is its picture, that is an imaginary picture, that it would be like that. The Brooklyn Bridge is a bridge in New York. It was built John A. Roebling and Winston during 1883. The bridge was built out of steel and granite. The bridge construction took 13 years to complete, so definitely it was not an easy task to build the bridge with that limited resources. During construction of the bridge, 20 people died in explosion. It was the first bridge to be built and was longest during its time. Okay, so what is so important about this bridge? What is so historical about this bridge? Number one, it was considered to be a remarkable achievement as far as the engineering work is concerned. On the other hand, it took 13 years and it was the first bridge to be built and was longest during its time. On the other hand, who were those people, who were those skilled people? Those started to build that. It is June 12, 1806, July 22, 1869. John A. Roebling was the driving force behind the whole project. He was a German immigrant who worked for the Prussian government as a bridge and road builder. He launched the idea of building a bridge across the East River after he had taken a ferry across the river that ended up stuck in the ice. So John Roebling, that is in fact the driving force. He was the person who just initiated that idea that there should be a bridge that should connect these two, as we have talked about. He just had that idea that the bridge should be made, it should be constructed to connect the boroughs of Manhattan and Brooklyn. Okay, it should be built spanning by the East River. So how did they get this inspiration? As one, he just made his way in the river, his ferry, sort of small ship that stuck in the ice. So it was the history. On the other hand, John Roebling, it is referred as Roebling in the story. He was the real life man who came up with it is considered to be a wild idea to create the beautiful and ambitious Brooklyn Bridge. Then comes May 26, 1837 till July 21, 1926. Then who is the next character? That is Washington Roebling. Washington Roebling was American civil engineer. He was best known for supervising the construction of the Brooklyn Bridge, which was initially designed by his father, John A. Roebling. So he was Roebling's son, referred to as Washington throughout the story. And as we will be going through the lines of the story, we will be seeing that he is referred as Washington throughout the story. He was a promising and determined young engineer. No doubt that he just got this idea from his father to build the bridge. But on the other hand, why we are focusing more, definitely he was a promising and determined a young engineer who worked by his father's side and carried out his father's vision even after being paralyzed. So what is so important, that even after being paralyzed, he just tried to fulfill all the desire or the ambition of his father. On the other hand, that has become his ambition and dream as well. John A. Roebling dies before the construction of the bridge. Washington Roebling was left paralyzed in an effort to build the bridge. So that was all about the characters, that is about the story. So please, while we will be telling about the story, the determination, the title itself is having a significance. The story tells the tale of people who face great odds, setbacks and losses, and only to preserve truly by the strength of, and they were preserved by truly by the strength of their vision and determination. So as we have come to know from the background of the story, or as well as from the introduction of the characters, that zeal, determination, their vision and their steadfast approach towards the life just made something possible that was considered to be impossible. So let's start reading the story. In 1883, a creative engineer named John Roebling was inspired by an idea to build a spectacular bridge connecting New York with the Long Island. So it was in 1883 that an engineer named John Roebling, that is in fact the initiator who came up with the idea to create the beautiful and ambitious that bridge. He came up with the idea to build a bridge and a bridge that would be connecting New York with the Long Island. So Long Island is the name of New York Island, an island in New York State. Okay, so he wanted to make a bridge that would be connecting with the Long Island. However, bridge building experts throughout the world thought that it was an impossible feat. It was considered to be unimaginable. It was considered to be very difficult feat, a skill, or you can say achievement. It was considered that it couldn't be done, and told Roebling to forget the idea. And not only they told that it is impossible to make the bridge, but on the other hand, they just told him to forget that idea. It just could not be done. It was not practical. Please underline these sentences. What was the idea? That it couldn't be done. It was not practical. It had never been done before. So the thing that had never been done before, the thing that couldn't be practical, it was just rejected. The idea to build a bridge was rejected, as it was considered to be impossible task by the engineers. Roebling couldn't ignore the vision. Please, what is used for the idea for his aim? That is vision. That is a broader one. Okay, it is not that it was his wish, it was his vision. Vision means that is a thing, that ideology that is deep buried by his wisdom. Okay, it's not a simple vague idea. It was his ideology. It was in fact his mission. It was in fact his deep foresighted vision that forced him, vision of the bridge that he had in his mind. Besides all these negative comments, besides all this negative, you can say, besides all this negation or rejection of the idea by the other experts, he just continued. He didn't ignore the vision, and he continued with, wanted to continue with that idea. He thought about it all time, and he knew deep in his heart that it could be done. So it was his heart, it was not only the mind that it was just directing him, but it was his passion. Heart is related with your passion. So it was his passion that was telling him that it could be done. He just had to share the dream with someone else. After much discussion and persuasion, he managed to convince his son Washington, a budding engineer. Okay, budding mean a promising engineer that was going to be a new one, or having a better potential. It was a newcomer. It was a newcomer in that field, that the bridge fact could be built. So as he had this thing in his mind that this idea could be made practical, and how he is going to do, he needs some assistant, he needs some reinforcement, and this positive reinforcement he got from his son, who was an emerging engineer at that time. Working together for the first time, the father and the son developed concepts of how it could be accomplished and how the obstacles could be overcome. So this became the wild idea, this became the vision, the joint venture of father and the son. Father John Roebling and son Washington Roebling. So they started to develop concepts, different ideas, different things, how it could be accomplished, how the bridge could be made. As you know that in engineering, first of all you make some plans. So they started to make different plans, draw different structures, the how it could be accomplished, and the obstacles could be overcome. So whatsoever the difficulties would be on the way while building the bridge, how it could be overcome with great excitement and inspiration and headiness of a wild challenge before them. So there was in fact extreme excitement. They were so intoxicated by that wild idea that they are going to make something that is being declared as impossible. They hired their crew and began to build the dream bridge. Please underline this word dream bridge. So they started to work on that challenge, the challenge that is being considered to be a wild challenge. They started to work as something that is more difficult, as something that is more excited. You need to put that much energy to make the thing possible. So as the idea was not a simple one, as the idea was not an easy task to do, so they have to mix that idea with some sort of excitement, and that was that they just confronted that challenge, and they had their people, and they began to build the started to build that dream beach. The project started well, but when it was only a few months underway, a tragic accident on the site took the life of John Roebling. So John Roebling, while his accomplishing his task, while just doing his while making his dream come to true, he just met an accident, and Washington was injured and left with a certain amount of brain damage, which resulted in him not being able to walk, talk, or even move. So those were the pioneers, those were the initiators, those were the builders. In fact, both of them just faced that tragic fate. It was a part of the fate as well, that Roebling, he just passed away. On the other hand, Washington, he got the injury that was related to the brain. We told them so. Crazy men and their men and crazy dreams. It's foolish chase, wild vision. So what was the idea? What was the idea? What were the things? What were the comments of the people? What happened? It happened just within a few months of starting the project. The accident led to Roebling's death, and Washington was also greatly injured and paralyzed. So the response of the people after the accident on the site, the people responded to the accident by proclaiming the project should be called off, as they thought that it was only a wild idea. It was they were the crazy men and their crazy dreams that are being you can say this is the mixture of only the dangerous scheme, nothing more than that. And they just considered their idea to be foolish, and they thought that they are chasing that their wild vision. So please, what was the response of the people? That they called it crazy, they called their dreams crazy, they called them foolish, and they called them chasing the wild visions. So this is all the negative comments. Everyone had a negative comment to make and felt that the project should be scrapped. It should be the part of the it should be stopped, it should be discarded. Since the Roebling were the only ones who knew how the bridge could be built, in spite of his handicap, Washington was never discouraged, and still he had a burning desire to complete the bridge, and his mind was still as sharp as ever. So why they wanted to abandon that idea, the people, because they thought that those two, Roebling has died. On the other hand, Washington, he was unable to know, he was paralyzed, so he physically definitely, so he couldn't do anything. But on the other hand, as far as the condition of Washington was concerned, he was having still that enthusiasm. He was not discouraged, and his mind was as sharp that he can do anything he can do. He tried to inspire and pass on the enthusiasm to some of his friends, but they were too daunted by the task. He tried to he just shared all his enthusiasm, all his eagerness to continue the work with his friend, but they were daunted, they were frightened, they were scared, they were in fact discouraged. They do not want to go with the idea. As he lay on his bed in the hospital room with the sunlight streaming through the windows, a gentle breeze blew the flimsy white curtain apart, and he was able to see the sky and the tops of the tree outside for just a moment. So on one day, when he was lying on his bed in the hospital room with the sunlight streaming through the window, it was daylight. A gentle breeze blew the flimsy mean that is very light white curtain apart, and he was able to, what did he see? The sky and the tops of the tree outside for just a moment. He just observed the brightness, the light outside, as he was in his hospital, it seemed that there was a message from him not to give up. So which thing inspired him? The light. In fact, this was not a daylight. It was in fact the light. It was in fact the hope to continue all what he has in his mind, what he wished for, but the passion he has for the bridge. So it was a message for him not to give up. Suddenly an idea hit him. All he could do was move one finger, and he decided to make the best use of it. So there we are going to have another character with us. So what he could do, he could only move one finger, and he can use it only by, he can just give signals by moving that finger. By moving his finger, he slowly developed a code of communication with his wife. So if you could remember, there is another person. Yes, you are going to tell me the name. There is a great scientist who just met and who had this condition, who just, even people just say that by the just tickling of his eye, by the movement of his eye, that scientist, you have to just tell me the name through your WhatsApp text, that by tickling by the movement of his eyes, he used to tell the people. He touched his wife's arm with that finger, indicating to her that he wanted her to call the engineers again. Then he used the same method for tapping her arm to tell the engineers what to do. It seemed foolish, but the project was underway again. So who was his assistant at this time? That is his wife. His wife, Warren Roebling. His name is no doubt is not referred in the story, but he was central. But he was in fact a very important figure that brought the success to her husband. After the injury of Washington communicated his plans to Emily through taps on her arm, and she relayed them to engineer at the building site. So in fact, the mind and the plan that were being executed by his wife. For 13 years, for how long? For 13 years, Washington tapped out the instruction with his finger on his wife's arm until the bridge was finally completed. This spectacular, that impressive, grand Brooklyn Bridge stands in all its glory as a tribute to the triumph of one man's indomitable spirit and his determination not to be defeated by any circumstances. So today it didn't just remain a vision, a wish, a passion, but it is in its concrete form. Indomitable, that is difficult, impossible to defeat. So his spirit, how we have talked about the spirit of Washington, we have talked about him as it was unyielding before all the circumstances, and he just made all his wishes true. It is also a tribute to the engineers and their teamwork, and to their faith in a man who was considered mad by half of the world. So what is the importance of the bridge? How the writer, what are the words that are used after that bridge, that VN came into concrete form, that it is considered to be a piece, an impressive piece or impressive work as far as the works of the engineers are concerned. On the other hand, this is in fact a triumph over the difficulties of a person who didn't yield his spirit in front of any of the circumstances. It is a tribute to the work. It stands too as a tangible monument. So it is not only simple a bridge, it's in fact a acknowledgement, a monument. It is in fact a piece of history. It is an historical piece, a monument, a thing to be remembered to the love and devotion of his wife, who for 30 years long patiently decoded the message of her husband and told the engineers what to do. So it has other significance as well, that it is not the work of simple engineers, but also this is something that is in fact the celebration of the devotion whose devotion, the love and the devotion of Washington's wife, that she assisted him for 13 years and decoded and gave all the message. And decode करना to making it to understand, convert a message into some into common language. Okay, so it is in fact that thing as well. Perhaps this one is the best example of a never say die attitude. Please underline this sentence as well. Never say die attitude that overcomes a terrible physical handicap and achieve an impossible goal. Okay, so on the other hand, the story also teaches us that this is the best example of a never say die attitude. We shouldn't be discouraged, we shouldn't be having low you can say morale, or we shouldn't be discouraged, demoralized to do any in front of all any circumstances in life. But either we are just being confronted by some physical, it is not in our physical capacity, but even then we have to achieve that. Even then that impossible goal was achieved. So one who faces obstacle in our day-to-day life, our hurdle seems very small in comparison to what many others have to face. The Brooklyn Bridge shows us the dream that seems impossible can be realized with determination and persistence. Please, that is the message of the story as well. What is the message of the story? That the bridge, it seems to be, what does it seems to be obstacle, it was impossible. And even in our all hurdles in our life, the bridge has become a symbolic of the dreams that were made true, of the vision that was given a concrete form in all the obstacles, by confronting all the obstacles. So the dreams that seem impossible can be realized with determination, persistence, no matter what the odds are, whatsoever the problems are. So that was really very inspiring story. We have many, while we are doing anything, we have many apprehensions. If we started to do work, we have many excuses with us, but in fact that is not the matter. This is that how do you face the challenges, how do you behave to confront those difficulties, and how do you struggle to make the thing possible. So this is in fact an inspiring story for all our students as well, that in all the difficulties, in all the odds, you have to plan certain way by which you can just achieve your goal. So what are you going to do, my dear students? Definitely we have gone through the text. On the other hand, you are going to sift the details accordingly. There are the three characters. You are going to make the significant role they have played. On the other hand, what is the message, what is the Brooklyn Bridge is being called? It is called as a tribute, as a monument. Why it is called? It is very important question, that why it is called monument, why it is called a tribute. It is related with the testament of the strength and determination of Roebling and his wife. Okay, so on the other hand, there are the other questions as well, that what were the difficulties that they just faced. So this was all for today. Inshallah ta'ala, I hope that you caught the message and the spirit of the story, and this also motivated you to do work in all the difficulties of the life. So if you have discipline, drive and determination, nothing is impossible. So there are the two things, there are 3D. Yes, this is 3D idea that is being stressed, that is discipline, drive, motivating forces and determination. So nothing is impossible. Take good care of you. I hope that all the things are clear. Inshallah ta'ala, I'll see you tomorrow, and if you feel any problem, please, any difficulty, do contact me. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.